Esports here. Next in the Go4Heroes number 45. Round of 16 is actually a total lie. It is totally the quarterfinals. Boom. Done and done. So, draft is ready to go, and it looks like we are going to go to... what map are we going to? We're going to this one, Tomb of the Spider Queen. That is totally the map that we're going to go to. So, I don't know who picked it, but I highly suspect we're going to see a melee DPS. Let's see what we got. 2Art Gaming is not getting it. It's been 3 first pick reds today. That's fantastic. Gale4Heroes are saying no dice to Tassadar. 2Arc is saying no dice to Uther. Both supports are actually out. Tassadar seems to be the thing these days. But once more, it will be a first pick Jaina going over to Gale4Heroes today. 3 for 3
I'm
on
here
those
to
first
help.
picks. And if I had to guess, 2Arc with the Tassadar out, if we are going to be going for those half supports, which seem to be very popular today, it will be a Tyrande and, well, Zagara has been our traditional second pick first. Just a fantastic hero overall. Tomb of the Spider Queen's a little bit of a smaller map, however, which makes her a little bit more vulnerable as a solo laner. And again, with a small map like this, I would highly suspect to see a melee DPS. Now, Zeratul has really kind of fallen out of the picks, but I still think he's a very powerful roamer on this one. But 2Art Gaming, they're not ones to break tradition. That's not it. It is totally not a Tyrael.
Reckoning is at hand.
Let's disregard Tyrael. Not a Tyrael. It will be a Tyrande instead.
I heed the voice of Elune.
So if it is going to Tyrande, and history will repeat, it will be a Zagara, but I think 2Arc still has their reservations just like I do, and they will actually finally put the Fire Mage in. He will no longer be on the bench. Get in there, Gale. Will grace with his presence here in the dark and gloomy Tomb of the Spider Queen. Gale4Heroes now got to figure out. They got Jaina. We've been just seeing a tank and a support go right here. The Tyrande is there, and the Tassadar is already out. Here comes the Mirrodin, pretty much as expected, to be honest. And if it is going to be a support, then like a monk or Malfurion would have been kind of the things to go. But Gale4Heroes are confident that they can win with pretty much anything, so they will solidify a double DPS core of Vala as well.
I stand ready.
Now, I'm curious to see if this will be a roaming comp of Jaina Mirrodin. Vala could easily put herself into a lane. It's a smaller setup, but she has Vault. Jaina, as a solo, is a little bit too vulnerable. It's really easy to just kind of come in there and gank somebody. So I don't think that's going to be happening. But that's why I'm kind of curious to see if it's going to be a bit more of a roam between the Jaina Mirrodin. 2Art Gaming is going to say no dice to Zagara, and on the flip side, Kerrigan going to be the ban. There she is. The Queen of Blades is no-no. With that Tyrande, you really do threaten a big melee, and this is the first time actually Zeratul has gotten out. If we are trying to counter roam, or at least do with any kind of roam here, with 2Arc, the Tyrande is a great setup for it. If you could have put it with a Jaina or a Mirrodin, that would have been best, but you can still easily set up another stun combo. For example, an ETC, or this guy, the Arthas. So, yeah, going to be an Arthas now to be joining 2Arc. They will probably double tank it, because if it's going to be an Arthas Tyrande in lane, Kael'thas can take on Vala, which will leave us with a support in a solo and probably another tank in a solo. Kael'thas and Chain Bombs are just, I think, more than enough for damage-wise. Gale4Heroes, of course, does actually have their double DPS already, and both of them are fairly squishy. One of them can get Giant Killer, which you can counter that with the Imposing if you want, and oh, there's the double tank. Will be Johanna and Arthas first time together today. Gale4Heroes need a support. Both teams actually need their support, but without that flex pick of the Tyrande or Tassadar, will it be a double tank response, or are we going to go balls to the walls damage for Gale4Heroes? I'm not entirely too sure. If they take the Malfurion, they will probably go for a double tank. If they're going to go for like a monk with a 7-sided, and I can only assume you're going to go triple damage. Like the percentile damage on the tanks coupled with Jaina, coupled with Vala, you might even get an Abathur out of this. Abathur Jaina could be your second pick with pushing potential on the sides. There's the Malfurion. Will Gale4 now go for double tank? Malfurion is a bit more of a deny pick as well as just a setup pick. Like, at this point, with Uther, Ban, Tassadar out, and Tyrande already picked up, it had to be a Malfurion. If it is going to be a double tank, what, a Nubarak? Rexxar! Alright. Rexxar into Karazim. It's going to be the way that we end off this pick sequence. Very fast at the very end of it. So we'll be double tank to meet double tank. Karazim and Tyrande, though. We just saw this comp win for 2-Arc. I'm pretty sure. No, Tyrande actually just got banned in the last game. But still, the Monk 7-sided strike. Misha technically counts as the hero when it comes to 7-sided strike, so Misha could actually throw a wrench in the Karazim plans here. We do have the triple range from Gale4 Esports, which is more what I was trying to get at. And they got the Malfurion there as well. Malfurion will be healing Misha there as well, I believe, with that Tranquility. So it's a little bit more like 6-on-5 in this regard, but 2-Arc has a lot of zone control with the Arthas. We're likely to get into 7-sided strike with a Condemn. On top of that, there's likely to be a Starfall as well. And that Tempest, I mean, that Tempest is something. Starfall, Phoenix. 2-Arc has a heck of a lot of zone control. They can basically choose where they want to fight and then just pepper that with all the AoE. Actually, all the AoE. Gale4 Esports need to kind of do precision strikes, it feels like. Vala, Jaina, they need to concentrate their fire on whoever Rexxar stuns. And then if you follow that up with another stun from Murden, you might be able to just, straight up kill someone. The question is, who would that be? You can't kind of do that combo on top of Johanna, which leaves us with either Arthas or Karazim, because you're likely not to get that far back into a team fight with the Tyrande and Kael'thas. If they can do the Karazim, he'll just 11-sided strike. If you get Johanna, she'll unstoppable, which leaves you with Arthas, who might have an army of the dead, but he can't use it when he's stunned. Will Karazim go Palm, I wonder, if they're afraid of the Gale4 Esports comp? Questions. I don't know what we're waiting on. Oh, they're waiting on me. They're just waiting on me. My bad. The first time somebody's asked me today. And away we go. Team of the Spider Queen, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of a smaller map. And with the stun combos, it could be... I don't think it's going to be a Rexxar roam unless he wants to start double stacking orbs for the Hunter-Gatherer. But... the Mirrodin Jaina, I think, could easily just roam here. You put a Rexxar in a lane, no problem. Val in a lane, no problem. Malfurion, put him in bottom, for example. And on the flip side, 2-Arc has a Tyrande Arthas roam comp kind of set up with the same idea. Kael'thas can put himself in a lane, Karazim and Johanna. If it's not going to be roams, it's kind of hard to... I can't imagine it won't be roams. Like, it's such a small map, and the kill potential is so good that I highly suspect we're just going to see roaming comps on both sides. As we get into it, on the left-hand side will be 2-Arc Gaming, Trader, Insomnia, Crone, Sunshine, and Lollipops. I mean, LZ Gamer. And on the flip, it will be Sin, Hao, Win, Lamau. I'm just going to call him Mudslide, and Mysticles. Frostmourne Hungers. And as we get off to the races, both sides are going to be clashing here in the mid, very likely. There's the Hunter-Gatherer. We've got Reverberation, Siphoning Arrow, Moonburn, Night Takes Pawn, Mana Addict, Transcendence, Regen Master. First level Tyrande, not figured out yet. We do go Conjurer's Pursuit for Jaina. Conjurer's Pursuit on Jaina, I'm curious to see if we're going to see an Icy Veins. But either way, again, a lot of orb talents are just really good on this one. But Malfurion's going to be the first blood as he goes down. Trader just really up in there with that Frostmourne. He's even going to be able to get away out of that one with the double heals at his back. And now Sunshine just to push forward a little bit. Low hit points across the board this early on fight here from Gale4. And we need to kind of rotate a little bit here, guys. We do got Howlwind into the bottom. Going to go up against Insomnia. Still not entirely too sure what Red wants to do here into the mid, but Mudslide is just letting his passive kind of tick away, getting that hit points back up. And there's the Malfurion into the top. So highly suspect it will be I and Mudslide, again, just trying to go back and forth through the different lanes. Mystically should be able to hold down the fort here very nicely up against Sunshine, but right now, definitely a lot more stacking going on here. LZ and Trader, of course, with that regen and the Mana Addict, they're just going back and forth between the lanes, double stacking, getting good value out of those talents there as well. Back and forth, back and forth. Trader, I think, got that orb right there as well. Big stuns coming in on top of Trader as he's just trying to body block out Mudslide. Trader a little bit low. Sin's going to come in for that heal at the very end of it, but the damage just isn't there. The 5-man clash as the team bounce off each other. Insomnia's going to go back bottom. And Hal win with Misha. Misha sitting there should be able to soak. No problem. Hal win is able to hit that well and just come on back to it. But again, the double soaking will do Crone and Trader just a little bit better later on. Regen Master on Arthas is going to be terrifying if this double stoking continues on. And Mana Addict into the level 16 Arcane Barrier is going to be massive shielding. Crone getting a little bit too close for comfort on that that gank. Will actually drop a little bit under half. Sin still trying to come down and do the heals in the mid as he can. Otherwise, basically just his only job here is to soak. Halwyn and Insomnia, I mean, that's a lot of damage on top of Misha, but it's Misha. Like, it's not exactly the end of it all, but he is trying to keep on top of that bear. Doesn't look like Halwyn's having the best of time out of it either. I can't tell what these guys have because I don't have Control K? Control K, there you go. It's out now. Bottom lane, Halwyn. It's going to be a big target right now. That's going to be a good stun, but that Misha is right there on top of Rexar, on top of LZ. It's not going to be enough for a kill, but Halwyn will actually live through that one. Now we got Jaina holding down the mid and Sin into the top. We dunked down 27 coins in the travels here from 2Art Gaming, so they are well on their way to getting that first spider curse. Do I have no game sound? Okay. Game sound. 2 seconds. My bad, guys. No game sound. What? Listening to me isn't good enough? For shame. For shame. Alright, Insomnia's not going to get that turn in for sure, but 27-14 with so much attention into the bottom lane. We were actually able to sneak probably Sin. Yeah, Sin doesn't have any coins or gems, spider butts anymore. Karazim versus Mysticles. Vala, I don't think wins that. Not in her current positioning. We did just looking for this gank into the bottom lane. Insomnia doesn't have anywhere to go. Anywhere to go. I lied. He had one place to go. LZ Gamer comes in for the win. At the end of it, Halwyn's going to drop as well. Insomnia, one hit from death, but he makes it through. One slide with Dwarf Toss and counter stun, but Insomnia goes right back to it. He's going to dunk them down, and that will be the first Web Weaver's ascension. Sin is going to hold down that top. Now, besides the 3 kill 0, as Jaina a little bit too far forward without any support, it's not that big a difference in terms of experience, about half level. We did just hit 7 though for Sunshine and crew, so they are going to have you know, that fission bomb up a little earlier. Rune tap, not a problem. Destruction there from the Arthas as well. And now with these 3 lanes pushing in, I suspect it will be towers, but I don't think we're going to see a fort. Sin can't really push that well up to the top. He does have Moonburn, and it looks like he's going to race there as well. But yeah, we go through the mid, we get those towers, and now it's going to be bottom towers on the menu. That should be what, level 8.5 by the time the Web Weavers are done? There's 1 tower, there's 2. If they get Misha, a little bit of experience bonus there as well. 2 towers then to the top done as well. So 6 tower push with the first Web Weavers. And they are just about, you know, between 8 and 9. Said 8.5 when they finished. So 8 and 3 quarters, so not bad. So much spam in the chat, guys. Oh god. Glad the mods are on top of it. We're thinking about Mercs into the bottom lane. Not a bad decision, really. We just saw everyone kind of break through the top. You can probably assume that they're doing their bruisers. We do got actually Sunshine holding down top against Sin. That will always be a Jaina win, or a Johanna win. And now the counter push into the bottom. Oh, where's the stun? There's the Misha. There's the stun and the frozen. The Blizzard is going to be enough. And now Stoneman is on the back of this as well. Real force response here from 2Ark. But 2Ark is up a level. So we can't push out for too long, because if they hit 10 by the time that Gale Force hits level 9, then yeah, and they're that far forward, it's not taking it out. Once I throw a stun up there on top of Johanna. I mean, game sounds too loud. The same sounds as last time. Alright. There. No sound, too loud. Can't make up anybody's mind here. Trader, Insomnia, Crone, LZ. Oh, they're actually going to go for this steal. No, good stun from Misha and Mudslide is able to just force down that point. Trader won't go down, but hey, level 10 to 9, there it is. Level 10s are going to be less shield. Phoenix, Shadowstalk, not Starfall. 7-sided and Army of the Dead. So, Shadowstalk. Stealth all allied heroes and heal them over 8 seconds. At the conclusion, receive more healing. So this is what I thought we were going to see with the Tyrande Monk combo last game, but we didn't. We didn't see that. This time, we will actually supplement all the heals with, or all the tankiness with the heals of Shadowstalk. Probably going to see Overflowing Light, I had to be honest there as well. But with that fort now down mid and the rotation top, we don't really have a defense kind of mounted here from Gale4 Esports. So they're just going to lose 2 forts for nothing. He's going to lose 2 forts for nothing. How wins into the bottom lane, but they're dealing with the blue web weavers. So this push is getting augmented pretty hard. Here comes the Shadowstalk. Crone is going to find Mysticles. Nope. Decides not to do it. How wins now going to be on the defense here as well, but there goes that tower. Top pushing in. Bottom. Will that get a fort? Very curious. But the fort's not the big problem. The big problem is now going to be this keep. Yay! Crone is actually going to get hit by those auto attacks. 7-sided strike will bring Mirrodin down. How Win trying to get to the safety of his team. You got Misha just still doing the work there, but Trader don't care. He is so bloody tanky at this point with the double heals. Sunshine now with those blinds. I don't think Sunshine's going to get out of this one, guys. He does have the unstoppable. Now, Root is going to be it. Johanna will drop. 2-for-1 combo. But again, top pushing, bottom pushing. Well, bottom didn't actually get much done, did it? And the counter stun there from LZ should stop any more aggression here from Gale Force. The top did get those keep towers. Bottom almost got the fort. Pretty low-hanging fruit, though. Trader, Crone, and LZ. They're going to go in from the back? Nope. They're just going to actually charge it straight out. Big stun there on top of Crone. They're trying to keep How Win at the side. That's a lot of gems. No way you're going to try. Are you really going to go try to kill Misha? No. Will the Phoenix be able to take out the fort? Yes. There goes the fort. Low-hanging fruit, as I said. Game's down too low? I'm going to kick you, Spagooter. Swear to God. Your voice is too loud. Alright. Stream's over. I'm just hitting the button right now. Don't make me turn off this stream, kids. Level 13's coming out. Chain Bomb. Double Relentless. Apparently Relentless is the way to go at level 13 for the Monk. If you have to be this far forward against that many stuns, I mean, it makes sense. Oh, speaking about far forward, Jaina way too far forward. 7-sided strike going out there with that Phoenix. And now Trader into there as well. How Win is not going to be winning that fight. He is out of there. Sin going to be retreating and a 2-for-0. Nice setup. A nice capitalization there from 2Arc. If you can find a Jaina that far forward, well, it is your civic duty just to take her down. This will lead us into probably a free boss. We're down a tank and we're down a damage, which means we don't have the map positioning. Trader can't be turning in. Is he out to soak? Is he going for the bottom mercs? I think he's just protecting. We do have 22 gems available to the Gale Force, so if he was just looking to try to make sure that nobody turns in, means it, like, it won't tell them they're at boss. It's pretty obvious they're at boss though, considering they're captive. But no turn-ins for Gale Force. Mystically, it says 15 of that 29, holding half of the current gems. We still have not had a turn-in yet, and now it's going to be top keep in sight. With this boss and level 14 to 12, I mean, they got the talent advantage over their opponents. Could easily be keep. Boss is coming in. He's going to take up a lot of those shots. The Trollnado's out. Trollnado's gone now, though. But still, keep it. It's basically done. under half, and there's no real defense. Misha's taking a heck of a lot of damage. They can kill Misha, I mean, 25% of a normal kills experience, but hey, we'll keep that Rexa a little bit at bay and go for tower. One keep down, the only set of towers I think left standing. Nope, I lied. Second set of towers. Well, okay, now the only set of towers left standing bottom. Again, little bits of experience going back and forth. This will be putting us in a very close 16-13 spot, but we're not splitting and soaking any lanes right now. We do have 13 though for Gale, and they do actually have the IC, the block, double spell shield, and both sides actually rocking their burning rage. And the 7-star strike just absolutely tears apart the Mirrodin once more. How Win is on the wrong side of the line of scrimmage. Chrome picks him off, no problem. Now we got Bruisers pushing in here to that mid. 23 gems to the name of Gale Force Esports. And well, that was a great ice block there from I. But still, I mean, they're on the retreat. The Bruisers are pushing in. This is going to be the second keep of the game. And 16-13 has now achieved the sweet spot. Is live. There's the imposing presence for the Vala, the Rexar, arguably everybody except Jaina. True Shot Aura, no Rainer this round, but the True Shot Aura from LZ, I mean, any kind of extra damage that they can do, it's good damage at this point. Arcane Barrier as expected, Circle of Life, and the Stone Skin coming out from Arcus. 48 gems, not quite enough for a turn in here from 2Arc, but they are going to be getting more pressure to be pushing forward. We got 2 lanes of catapults that Gale4 Esports have to contend with. Somnia is going to notice that the turn-in's going to happen, but Mystically is basically done. Actually, okay, it wasn't as done as I expected. Crone's going to have to force out that Arcane Barrier. Trader is there with those slows. He's going to be trying to keep this Bestial Wrath Misha at bay, but Mudslide's the target, and Mudslide is going to drop. No turn-in. LZ Gamer's going forward with the movement speed. One more shot and he gets it. Jaina will pay for her sins as well, and no turn-in as of yet for Gale4 Esports. Hal wins on the retreat with Sin and Mysticles, but still, we control the mid, and we have 40 gems to the name, which means that is enough for another turn-in here from 2Arc, and that turn-in will probably seal the fate of this opponent's team. Gale4 Esports not 16, so they've been down a talent tier for a good while now. But there's not really a danger of going to like a 20-15 kind of split. There's consistently waves and waves pushing in up against Gale4 Esports, so they're going to have basic, you know, their experience is coming to them. They don't really have to leave base. The problem is, they're not leaving base, so they don't have map control, and without map control, they can't get web weavers, and as we see here, Blue and their next set of web weavers are now descending. They also picked up these mercs into the bottom, so the Stone Bros will be marching for this last keep of the game, which is very likely where we're going to be seeing 2Arc kind of try to hammer home this win. Here comes the ants go marching in. Here comes 2Arc. We got 1 web weaver here, 2 web weavers are going to go straight for core. So if we can engage Gale4 Esports, it's basically game over because nothing will be stopping those web weavers. We got web weavers and Stone Bros. The timing was actually very excellent at that point. They caught Jaina, or if they thought they did. The ice block goes out, and there goes Kael'thas. Not even going to get an Arcane Barrier or a Phoenix out. And now Insomnia trying to keep up LZ Gamer, but Hal Win is going for blood. That's a sprint from LZ. He's going to be okay. And now Mudslide, he's going to change gears, go right up there for Trader. But again, everything is just keeping this team busy. Hal Win is going to drop, even if you wipe out 2Arc at this point, and that's going to be a big 7-sided strike to take down the Mirrodin and Sin. It's not going to be enough because we have 2 web weavers now on this core, and it is dropping fast, ladies and gentlemen. 3 defenders dead for 1, and those web weavers means that 2Arc move on to the semifinals of the Go4Heroes NA 45 here on Sunday. The second win for 2Arc. They had a bye earlier on, and Gale4 Esports with that bye, defeating Momentum Gaming to get here, couldn't really put up too much of a fight up against 2Arc, as they now move on into the semifinals. 2Arc into those semifinals means that they will be facing off against let's find out. And of course, you can use exclamation mark brackets in the chat to find out. It's going to be either Noble Prime or Tiltinos. Tiltinos. I get it. Those Tostitos. Pizza. I think it's a play on words. Tiltinos? Tostinos? Tostitos? Is it an Australia team? My goodness. They were in Cup number 44. They won their first round, lost against Team Blaze. Can't really blame them. Everybody's lost against Team Blaze. Oh, except me. I beat them in Team League. Enough of that. So, Tiltinos or Noble Prime? Noble Prime, I think I've seen in some cups before. Yep, Cup 44, 43, 42, 40. This is their Sunday ritual at this point. They're apparently in the WCA Open Qualifier. That's pretty cool. And Tiltinos is iEthics. No, that's the manager, sorry. Coffee Rage, Ultimated, Illusionist, Nathanimus, Thanoka, and Terror. Not names I recognize. But it's going to be one of them. On the flip side, on the other side of the bracket, we got Squirtle Squad taking on Team Nom, and Twin Helix Evolution taking on Divine Shield. Winners of those will move on to their own semis. And, of course, we got 2ARC now waiting for the winner of Tiltinos and Noble Prime. So, at least one, if not two, sets of semis will be casted. And then, of course, the finals with the best of 3. But 2ARC is still looking strong to be there. And I have no idea who they're going to find in those grand finals. So, either way, going to take a quick break here and set up everything for you. Of course, if you are enjoying the stream, feel free to hit the buttons. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever you want. It's all appreciated. And we'll see you guys on the flip side of the break for the semis of Cup number 45.